Good morning, good morning, good morning. First, this is Naeem Aslam live from London, and once again, good morning from London. My name is Naeem Aslam once again, and I come with a wealth of 15 years of trading experience. During this time period, I have worked as a hedge fund trader for Bank of New York Mellon and as an equity trader with Bank of America, currently providing services as a chief market analyst to our trade. Now, folks, bit of a housekeeping before we do anything else. And by that, I mean like what we're really going to cover is we will cover Coinbase IPO and, of course, the stock market, cryptos, and commodities. But before we do all of that, bit of a housekeeping, as I said, and that is that anything which we'll be discussing in this video cannot be perceived as an advice. If you are seeking for one, please do consider consulting with your own financial advisors. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so, because that will allow you to get all the notifications the moment that we go live. Now, what exactly is going on in the markets? Now, when I look at the European markets, of course, the dominant color there is certainly green, because the DAX, which is your German stock index, stock 600 index, which represents the whole of Europe, and CAC, your French index, FTSE maybe your Italian index, UK 100 or FTSE 100, the stock index for the United Kingdom. They are all trading in positive territory. Now, what about the US futures? Well, when I look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average or the S&P 500 index, they are also trading to the upside. So there is a lot of positive momentum in the markets. But the question is, why do we have that positive momentum? Of course, there are two particular reasons, and let me break them down and explain one by one. Number one is, of course, what Jerome Powell said yesterday. Remember the Federal Reserve Chairman, Jerome Powell, he was yesterday, and he said that, look, the devil will give you plenty of time before we will start increasing the interest rate. So tapering process, meaning curtailing or reducing the asset purchase program, will happen well before the actual tapering will happen. Now, what does that really mean? Because remember, the Federal Reserve's quantitative easing program consists of two different things. Number one, it is the asset purchase program where they're buying different assets, and number two is lowering the interest rate. Now, we know that from 2008, during that quantitative easing, the Federal Reserve started to taper well before they increased the interest. There was over a year time period difference between the two, and that was the message. And another key message in his comments yesterday was that the economy is at a conflicting point. Now, what do we mean by that? Well, previously the Federal Reserve, the central bank in America, hasn't really given us an indication that, you know what, the economy is doing really well, the economic activity has picked up, economic data has started to come in much stronger. No, I mean, they did say it, but they didn't really say it in that bullish perspective, in a bullish way that we heard from the Federal Reserve Chairman yesterday. But the question is, what does that mean for the stock market? Well, for the stock market, it has two messages, bullish and bearish. But today, markets have started to pay attention to the positive side, that yes, the Federal Reserve has finally started to pay attention to this, improvement in the economic data, and they will start curtailing or reducing their asset purchase program. This is what market wanted to hear, and because of that, we are seeing that positive momentum in the stock market. But of course, we are not seeing that in the dollar index, because in the Forex market, we are seeing the dollar index trading to the downside, and as a result of that, the euro dollar and the sterling dollar, they are both trading to the upside. Now, what is the second reason for the stock market to be that optimistic? The second reason that we are seeing the stock market trading to the upside is because of earnings. Yesterday, we had JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo coming up with their earnings. And today, we had Bank of America. The message is very cohesive. and same across all of them, and that is the economic recovery is taking place, and it is pretty strong than what many people have been expecting. Because if you look at the earnings numbers for Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, they have been absolutely smashing, and we saw really positive momentum in the banking stock yesterday. And of course, we are also seeing the Bank of America shares trading to the upside. I, I actually, when we look at the banking stock, such as the Goldman Sachs and all of them, Goldman Sachs actually closed in a +2 territory with a gain of over 2%. But JP Morgan, in fact, gave up all of its gain and moved to the downside. Now, I explained to you why that really happened. The thing really, the reason for that is because loan growths are not picking up. Now, to simplify things, if economy is really going to grow, then we should see loan growth coming in, given the fact that we have seen so much stimulus. But because there was so much stimulus, investors didn't really, or traders didn't really, or consumers didn't really need to take too much of a loans because they were getting free money from the government. So now going into that Q2, we are likely to see that increase in a loan growth. And once that will happen, that will really say that, okay, you know what, now these banks are going to make more money because loan growth have started to increase. Now, moving away from that and then going into the biggest topic of yesterday, which was Coinbase, the stock opened at 381 and went well above the $400, nearly 418. But if you look at the indicative price of Coinbase stock a day before, which was given by Nasdaq, it was supposed to open at $250. But where did it open up? 381. And as of yesterday, of course, after all that maniac, the stock did start to move to the downside and closed at $328. Now today, in the pre-market moves, I am seeing and again another positive momentum coming into the market. I am seeing Coinbase prices trading to the upside once again, and let's see if we will continue to see more momentum to the upside. Of course, if you wanted to read more about Coinbase, wanted to know more about Coinbase, do let me know. Okay, target 17 is shortly. Okay, so now moving into the crypto markets, guys. This is quite an important. Shahad, I'm not sure what do you mean by jump. Okay, I don't know. I mean, like, are you trying to push some one particular stock over there? Um, I don't know about that, but so basically, what exactly is going on? Because this is a live, so this gives you an opportunity to ask me any questions while we are live. So now, people are making a few comments about one particular stock, and I don't know. I haven't looked at it, so I can't really comment on that. But let's focus on cryptos. So today we are seeing bit of a meltdown in XRP price, because XRP price, we saw massive momentum yesterday morning, because we saw XRP, going all the way to nearly $2, precisely with nearly 1.96. And today we are seeing XRP prices moving to the downside. And what I'm worried about is the 30-minute time frame, where the 50 has crossed below the 100. The price is also trading below of these two moving averages. So if we don't cross above that 1.75, which we are very likely to see it, because now prices are trying to break back to the upside, and we have sort of a symmetrical triangle formed on the 30-minute time frame, and on the 4-hour time frame we are really looking at the low of, let's say, 1.6289. So that is the low that we're really focusing on. As long as that remains in place, we are likely to see prices to move to the upside. We are likely to see the prices to break above the highs of that we saw yesterday. So that is what we are very much focused on. Now, with respect to Bitcoin, it is trading above 60,000, and as long as it continues to trade above 60,000, the room or the door is open for this to continue to move to the upside and really achieve that 70,000 price level. Now, with respect to Ethereum, plenty of positive momentum is still in place, because earlier today the price did go to our short-term target of 2500. The price actually moved high of 2481. So again, we had a short-term target of 2500, and it is very, very likely for it to be for this momentum to continue and then move near the 5000 price level. All right, that's all for now from my side, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you.